From California State University, San Bernardino, it's Local Matters.
Independent Publishing. Hello, I'm Gloria Dalphin, and welcome to Local Matters, featuring stories from across the Inland Empire.
And I'm Brittany Jo Henningmeyer. Independent publisher Kate Gale gives advice on how to get your book published. Reporter Maria Gonzalez tells us more.
For some, writing is just a hobby. Those seeking to make it a career may be met with multiple rejections along the road. Red Hen Press managing editor Kate Gale gives advice to struggling writers on how to become published.
I was in a writing group, and we all felt that we deserved to be published. We thought we were insanely talented, and we decided that originally we wanted to start a collective like Alice James. And then when it turned out that two of us were doing all the work, we decided to reform and become a nonprofit, and we called it Red Hen after the story of Little Red Hen, because the Red Hen had to do all the work. Everyone else wanted to eat the bread, but no one else wanted to do any of the work. And I think that's often the problem with any kind of collective work, is that not everybody wants to do the work. One of the challenges to being a writer now is we often live in urban environments because we have to be able to make a living, and it's very hard to make a living. I mean, I think of living in Los Angeles as just being one of those examples. You have to have 2 or 3 different jobs, and then finding time to write on top of that is very, very hard. And then if you have a family on top of that, then it just becomes very difficult. I talk with writers all the time. They're just working crushingly hard to find 10 hours a week to write. And I think of someone like T.C. Boyle, who is writing 40 hours a week, but I know almost no other writers that write 40 hours a week that I know personally. So finding time to write amid having to make a living is very, very difficult, because most of us, unfortunately, our parents did not leave us with the trust fund we so richly deserved. So I think that's one thing. And then the other thing is that once our book comes out, we are expected to get out there and do all the marketing for that book. So while you're marketing your last book, you're somehow expected to write a new book.
When writing, think about what genre you're writing in and who your target audience is. Don't be discouraged if a publisher does not pick up your book right away. Coming up with ideas to write about may be right in front of you.
If you really are going to just write for the marketplace, you just have decided that you want to get published. To a certain extent, perhaps you'd be writing for the lowest common denominator, which would be 5th graders out there. Write your next little Twilight thing. Become a Mormon. Write books about how we should all keep our babies and suck vampire flesh. But at the same time, I really think that what you would be doing is writing nonfiction. Creative nonfiction is what is selling best right now. Not poetry, not necessarily novels, not short fiction. You'd be writing nonfiction. So you'd find out what the hippest, coolest, most interesting topic is that's being discussed on Huffington Post, and then write a nonfiction book about it, and write it quickly.
For those still seeking to be published, best of luck. For Local Matters, I am Maria Gonzalez.
Great advice. I'm Brittany Jo Henningmeyer.
And I'm Gloria Dalphin. Join us next time for more local stories that matter.
My name is William Aguilar. I'm the Vice President for University Advancement at California State University, San Bernardino. We must educate many more Latinos if California is going to maintain the same kind of economic vitality that it's had historically. I would invite all of you to attend the March 29th Latino Education and Advocacy Day Summit so that you can hear topics on the value and importance of Latinos in higher education.
25, code 6, 105 North Avenue, 52.
You failed to signal your turn. You didn't come to a complete stop, and your left tail light is out.
That's 3 things together. So it's cheaper, right? Like the Charter bundle, digital cable, phone, and high-speed internet all together for less. You know, bundling.
I don't think the laws of bundling apply.
Could they, though?
Bring your home to life and save big with the Charter Bundle. Call today.